One of the key things for your athletes to get the most out of their camp, and it doesn't matter if it's a strength conditioning camp, football camp, volleyball, doesn't make any difference. You want them to get the most out of it. They've got to have this one item that'll make the most of difference than anything else. That's the Strength of America fuel chart. What we do is we'll send this out to all of our kids that come out. They'll get it a week ahead of time. So when they show up on day one, the one thing we want them to have is this chart filled out. And it's all they do is for one day, they typically put down, and this chart will have up to 5 meals they can have on it. Some of them will only fill it out that they've had two things that they've eaten today, breakfast and dinner, or whatever it is. But we want them to see what a typical day is so we can help them get the most out of it. Once they've done that, on the side, it says what time of day that they ate. It also is going to say how much sleep did they have the night before. We want to know their body weight as well. So once they get that filled out, then what we do is we send them over to calorieking.com. In the search bar, they're going to put down there they had a bowl of cereal, they had a ham sandwich, a corn dog, whatever it might be. But everything they eat and drink, they're going to fill out in that chart. Once they get that put in, it'll give them a couple of choices so they can figure out the size and the amount they had. Then they're going to put in how many calories, carbohydrates, protein, and fat for each item in there. Once that's filled out and they bring it to us on day one, that week I take all those charts and then we're going to make some notes for them. We want them to figure out how much protein you're getting throughout the day, where your calories at. What we find, especially with our female athletes, but most athletes in general, number one, they're not getting enough calories. And that's the first thing we're after. We're not after trying to get this tiny little waist and six pack abs. This isn't about bodybuilding. This is about preparing the athlete so they're ready to put the most out of their training. Our athletes all work hard in our training, but if our athlete comes in not getting enough sleep, they're not hydrating well, they're not eating the way they need to, their 100% isn't very good. But that athlete that comes in, they've eaten, they've learned how to hydrate and get the sleep, man, their 100% is going to guarantee their success out there at camp. That's what we want, those kids to get the most out of the training. And if they've got nails in their tires and they're just not able to keep up because they're not eating right, that's a problem. So that's what they'll figure out. So they'll do that for week one. Once we make the notes on it, if we find they need to do a little bit more, we'll put a blank one on there, plus the notes on what they need to do to improve, and they'll send it home. So week two, they'll do the same thing. Some of them it'll take 3 or 4 weeks to figure it out, but we guarantee they get done with that, they will know how to eat, hydrate, and prepare, and we can see it in our training program. And then we hear from coaches afterwards as well how well those doing in the fall. They've kept up with that routine and keeping it going. So as a coach, if you don't have something like this and you want to get it out, message me so we can get that information to you. We're happy to share that for you. Same with the parents that are out there. If you can't get to our camps, we still get the information. We want you to help you. You're part of our Strength of America family. So whatever we can do to help, we'll do that. But this is a must, the Strength of America fuel chart. If you're not already signed up for our camps, they start June 3rd. And man, we're about 2 weeks away from that right now as it speaks. So while we still have spots left, get in, get that set up. strengthofamerica.us. Then you're going to select summer camp. From that point, you've got one of two locations. Old Bob's down at Lincoln Prep, which is South Santan Freeway and Gilbert Road. And Young Bobby is over at Chandler Prep, Alma School and Warner. So get the time set up for you. Our incoming 7th through 12th graders are doing the weight training and the speed, agility, power 4 days a week, Monday through Thursdays. The younger group, incoming 4th through 6th, will do the speed, agility, and core with the other ones 4 days a week, but that's an hour of training each time. So we'll build strength and power, but all of our athletes will learn how to eat and hydrate. That's what we want them to do, is set them up for success. So thanks for being a part of the Strength America family. Please like and share it. If you're part of a team, coach isn't emphasizing this enough, pass this on to them. Get the fuel chart. Get it to your teammates. This is going to make the most difference out of you, and your coach is going to appreciate it because they're going to have athletes ready to perform out there. So thanks again. We'll see you June 3rd. Let us know.